Hey everybody, this is Jeremy from Juniper Avenue. I play drums in the band, and today is the day that monovision has come out, which is the 7th of November. I'm very proud of monovision, the album. I'm proud of the music and the songs that are on it. Unfortunately, I am going to be leaving Juniper Avenue, and that's what I'm going to be talking about today. So I still have a lot of passion for monovision. I'm very proud of it. I still stand behind it as a record. As far as Juniper Avenue was concerned, monovision was going to be very, very big in terms of stepping into the next level of um, becoming more of a professional band, trying to make it happen, right? So we've been looking at a lot of stuff for tour, having a lot of talks with different labels and different media groups all around the state. And one of the biggest things is we all live very kind of far away from each other. Our biggest plan was to move all to one place. That was our biggest focus for this year. And that brings us to the election. So I voted for Kamala Harris, as I'm sure many of you have. I'm not here to convince anyone which way they should have voted, mostly because the election's over, right? As of the time of recording this, Donald Trump is the president-elect. Unfortunately, there are definitely things that we can disagree with about Kamala. I think that's pretty much the case with any politician. But as far as Kamala versus Trump, it's a very obvious choice. It's a very easy choice for anyone voting this year. Kamala is the obvious choice for anyone who's been paying attention to anything going on. Now, as far as why I'm leaving the band, it's because someone in the band voted for Trump, and that's a very big issue for me. It's a very big problem. It's not something that we can let go. It's not something that I can overlook. It is a personal issue. I've been hearing a lot of people saying, you shouldn't let the politics get in the way of the music or what you guys have been working on. And I have found that most of the times that comes from a place of privilege from people. Because it affects everyone around us. And there's kind of two different ways to think about that. There's the broad circle of America, America at large, and then there's our personal circle, which is why it's especially frustrating for me. In our personal circle, that is to say, me and our band and the person in our band who voted for Trump, there are many people of color. Number one, me. My family is from South America, and my family is from Puerto Rico. Now, Puerto Rico, especially at this current time, Trump had someone at a rally saying that it's garbage people on a garbage island. So when you vote for Trump and you're in the same band as me, and you can look at me and vote for someone who agrees that I am garbage people from a garbage island. There's several people in our personal circle that are just children of immigrants in this country, or immigrants themselves that we know personally. There's lots of women in our lives. Also, as a band, we know many other bands. We talk to different bands from all over the country all the time. These are contract workers. These are, number one, these are not rich people. If you're in a band, you're not in it for the money. These are people who are working at what they love, but corporations have taken our industry and turned it into something different over the last few years. And these are people that would suffer under the Trump administration. Another big portion of our personal circle is queer people. One of our friends from years and years and years, one of our closest friends that we've known the longest, is a queer person in our personal circle. These aren't like distant people that, are kind of in your life. These are people you talk to every single day, that their life would be demonstrably worse under a Trump administration. And that's why it is a big, big deal to me that you could still vote for Trump. And then, of course, there's the broader circle of tens of millions of women, people of color, queer people who will suffer under the Trump administration. Not, they might, they will suffer. Trump has openly spoken that he wants police to be immune from all crimes. Trump has openly spoken about wanting a very comprehensive deportation plan of millions of people. Trump thinks that trans people are poisoning our youth and wants them imprisoned and criminalized. And Trump is planning to delete, essentially, Medicare without a new plan in place. And these are things that affect millions and millions and millions of people all over the country, and something that I can't overlook from someone so close to me. So it's very interesting when people say, well, why are you taking it so personal? Why are you, that's supposed to be someone that is your friend? And I would say, yes, that is supposed to be someone who's my friend. So why are they voting against me personally, the people that we hang around with, and the greater American people at large? If you vote for Trump, for his policies, for his morals, for any reason really, in the fact that you agree with Trump, you are an evil person. People say, well, I'm voting for Trump for this reason and not for this other reason, and so I'm not responsible for all the other stuff. You are. You have to take a candidate overall at face value with all aspects of their campaign. It's not something you can say, well, I'm voting for Trump for this plan, but the other plan I don't agree with. Well, you have to understand that all these plans are going to come into place. So, despite the fact that all these plans individually are bad, if you're ignorant, where you're saying, I didn't know about this, I don't know about that, I don't know, I'm not sure, I don't have all the information, that is also your fault. It is your civic duty as a citizen to find out. And it's not like it's hard to find. We've had 10 years of Trump spouting bullshit and hateful rhetoric from day one. And it's only gotten worse. It hasn't gotten better, it's gotten worse. And it's not hard to find. It's very easily available. Within 1 or 2 Google searches, you'll have everything you need to know about any of the policies, any of the hateful rhetoric. It's all there. So willful ignorance does not excuse you from being responsible for your vote. In summary, I think you should listen to Monovision. I think you should enjoy it. I think you should take it to heart, because one of the things about Monovision, which, nobody likes to spoil the concept of the concept album, but one of the things about Monovision is it's about seeing the world from different perspectives, which is very ironic considering that the main author can only see from one perspective, which is his own perspective of privilege. Take a stand against oppression everywhere you go, even if it's going to maybe hurt you a little bit or lose some important friendships or family members. Take a stand, because there are people who are hurting, and there are people who are going to have their lives worsened. Voters have a right to privacy, which is why I haven't really mentioned any names, but hiding behind voter privacy while you receive praise from people who you voted against, that's wrong. And that's why I'm stepping down, because I could not stand on a stage and give a show to people who somebody on that stage has actively made choices to go against them and make their life worse. Um, as I said, the election is called. Trump will be president. So life is now going to be demonstrably worse for many, many millions of Americans. And there could be people close to you in your circle who have voted to make that possible and voted to make your life worse. So it's very important to guard yourself, guard the people you hang around, and be vigilant and take a stand. Thank you.